Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays as we descend. Last time... Is my mouse not in the window? There we go. Last time, we beat Descension 1 as the votive. We unlocked a lot of stuff. I actually should have shown this on camera, but we unlocked the advanced arbalest, which allows them to shoot a lot more fire. We unlocked the Vanguard Guardsman, who defends and lunges. We've got new cards for the Lancer. We got new cards for the Vanguard again, and we got Breach. I think we had Breaching Slash available last time, or maybe not. Maybe that's been unlocked. I would love to start to use the Dauntless, but last time I promised I would try out the guild here again, because we were actually very close to beating Descension 1 with the guild, but then there was a big update and they reset the game, and no Descension 2 is no longer available. So we're gonna run back our run here. Oh, weird. Okay, so I kind of understand how this is working now. So there's these different modifiers that you can plug in. There's just the straight up large Descension that you can unlock. And then there's these little modifiers below that kicks up the Descension level. So we have Descension 1, Descension 2, and then you can make the expeditions more challenging. And then if we haven't unlocked this one yet, because we have to win a battle with 13 affliction cards in our deck. So this isn't, these I believe are just unlocked, yeah, as you beat the previous Descension run. But then as you get more and more stuff done, you can just make the runs even more challenging, which, you know, it wasn't too bad doing Descension 1 with challenging expeditions. So let's add Descension level 2 on top of this. So what it does is it adds fatigued. So every time a unit is in battle, it impairs their recovery. I wonder if like that only matters if they actually get wounded, or do they like have less strength or whatever. Either way, we're gonna run it back with all three of these intact. So we're gonna call it a Descension 2 run, but there is a bit of a modifier kicker on there, which is why we're technically at Descension level 3. And then we're gonna run it back as a guild. So here we go. We've got Draft the Lantern action. New unit. All right, who do we start with? We've got the Shock Trooper, who is kind of like our Arbalest from last run with the votive. He has Dead Shot, which means he gains an extra hit on auto attack while in the guard zone. So you could kind of like set him up to be a guard zone archer instead of a support zone. He's got reposition, he's got interference, guided shot, and giant slayer. All of those are really good cards. We could also do the Bell Maiden. At the start of the battle, you draw two favor cards. You get Binding Beam and Dynamo, and then Clean Sweep. I don't know if I like the Bell Maiden, and they have very low HP. I'd be really afraid of them just getting wiped. And then the Dive suit is very interesting. So you have Dive in, you gain initiative, or it comes with initiative, and then you move the Dive suit to the guard zone and gain 4 barrier. And he starts with 2 armor and does 5 damage on auto attack. Retains 25% of base barrier between turns. Plus 25%. So does that mean he gets 75%? Because isn't everybody's base amount 50%? He's got Fusion Strike. Ooh, you gain 2 when the flow bonus is activated, but then he gains Exerted. And then apply 12 barrier. Dude, I kind of dig the Dive suit. And it's a rare unit. I'm tempted by the Shock Trooper, but I'm going Dive suit. Sick. What do we got? We got a Dive suit, and we've got a Ranger. That's right. Honestly, the Dive suit plus the Ranger kind of makes sense. You got a tank, you got a damage dealer. Okay, so let's send our envoy to rest at the tavern. I don't know, actually. Maybe we'll send her to the market shop here. See if we can't luck out with a... Oh boy, that's a hard charisma roll. We did it! Yes! Give me that tech. Right off the bat. Writ of Passage. After you reserve your third card each turn, gain a flow. Okay. Each turn. But you can only use that when you've got rune to use, so... Probably not, like, consistently getting more flow, but it would give you an opportunity to get one. Whenever you would add a card in combat, add that many +1 instead. Okay. And then Shock Absorber. Whenever exerted counts down on a unit, it gains recoilless. Oh, I love that because our dive suit dude is gonna get exerted all the time. That's great. Let's not go to the tavern just yet. Let's go expedition first. Get ourselves a reactor rod. That way, if we use some favor, we might be able to get the favor back. Obviously, we send you and you. Deploy for battle. The Death Moth. You're doing 11 damage. That's a lot. Dive in to gain some barrier. We would like to fusion strike only at when we've reached the flow 2. So let's go flow barrier. Fusion strike you. And now, unfortunately, you are exerted. But I'm gonna add barrier to you instead, and you're gonna take... No, you're not gonna take any damage because you have armor. Get auto attacked, nerd. Alright, recoilless. Ignores the effects of exerted this time. Okay, you're doing 5 damage to my lantern, that's fine. And then you're doing 7 damage to me. So let's lead shot. Only at 2. So let's start with lateral barrier. Lead shot to get some flow back. Yeah. Apply 6 barrier instead. And then retain. Ooh, they're never getting through this guy's barrier. He keeps 75 between attacks. Static beam. All right, 11 damage, and you're gonna buff yourself. So let's static beam you. And again. Oh, wait. Lead shot first. Get staggered, nerd. And then static beam. You're not dead. But you will be. Nice. Get wrecked, nerd. 9 damage. Dude, I'm loving this combo. It's really good. Flow barrier. Lead shot. Get staggered. Flow barrier again. And just because, like, he retains so much barrier between turns, I feel like every turn you can stack barrier on him is acceptable. Ooh, that went really well. I'm loving the combo already. The dive suit plus the ranger man. And now we'll see how what's it called? No, I called it worry. I almost called it worry. Steel monster bone. Fatigue works. Because these guys have been on a mission. Fatigued. Has this battle cycle, receives less healing from certain actions, clears at the start of the cycle. Okay, so if you put them out onto another expedition, which we will do, they go with fatigue. So that's something to keep in mind. Reactor rod. Give me some shield, please. Steel monster bone to unlock a perk. What we got? We've got point blank. At the start of the turn, if this unit is in the guard zone, fading attack 2. I probably don't want them in the guard zone all that often. Whenever you reapply fixation to an enemy, this unit immediately triggers an extra auto action. I do really like fixation. We just have to kind of get more cards or abilities to help us out with that. At the start of each turn, if this unit has no barrier, it gains 4 barrier. Odds of that being useful on the ranger are far less. I think obsession is going to be stronger in the long term if we can make the fixation play work out for us. We've used a little bit of favor, but let's try to get. Well, we can send you, because if you max it out, you still get 3. So now we've maxed out favor. All right, what do we got? We've got amorphous ore, amplifier module, and we have the ancient manuscript. I forget, you upgrade like a unit's ability, I think. So let's go with that one. That one's going to be more useful for us in the long term, I think. We've got the husk. He's got armor, gains extra attack bonus each time it attacks, and then less stagger from ranged attacks. So hopefully our dive suit's going to be doing a lot of damage to you. Dive in. We don't have enough flow to do a shock blast, but we can flow barrier, lead shot, and then hold on to you. Get shot a bunch. All right, fusion strike should go off at 2 flow, but I think I want to shock blast you first. Or maybe we hold on to shock blast for a sec here. Hold on to that. 12 barrier to all units in the zone. I think we would like to do... Yeah. Let's do lateral barrier, fusion strike, static beam, generating shock, which we can then roll forward into our use of whatever the beam was that the shock beam. All right, shock blast, that's what it's called. So 12 damage incoming. You have 12 barriers, so that's great. Oh, I would love to have enough flow to use both of these at once. Do we delay it even further? Because we could fusion strike at 2. How would we do this? So we would do lead shot, fusion strike, which would give us a static beam back, and then a flow barrier. I think I like that. Let's hold on to shock blast again. I'm just delaying it as long as possible. Lead shot, which I don't know why that triggered an auto attack from you. Oh, because we reapplied fixation. It immediately pays dividends. Fusion strike to break its armor and destroy the stagger resistance. That seems really useful. And then static beam to apply more shock. Armor is broken. And then we would like to... I think I want to retain the flow so we can fire off the static next turn. Get a lot of crits in there. That's great. Shock blast is back, and now we can destroy you. Get ruined. Dude, this pair, they're really good. All right, what do we got? We got 6 scavengers, treasure anomaly, major growth. I think the way... Want to get that one. Oh, and that for sure. Burst lightning. Deal 2 damage and apply 2 shock. Return this to your hand it costs +1 more flow this turn. At maximum flow bonus. That's really cool. You could burst lightning over and over and over again. I mean, I guess twice in a row. That's kind of cool. Hunker is a good card. We had that last run. Disruption wave is also really good. 30 stagger at upgrade. 3 and 3. I think we gotta go burst lightning. Lean into the static shock build. You take 30. Okay, I'm tempted by the major growth, but I gotta take the surefire bet, which is an amorphous ore, which is not so bad. Draft a new combat card immediately. Apply fixation to an enemy. More fixation and gain rune. When another unit is in the same zone. Okay, so we'd want like multiple ranged units. Advancing light. Apply 4 barrier to a friendly. If it's a unit, move it to the guard zone. Another way to get to the guard zone. And it's free. Shock round. 11 damage and 2 shock. If it's the flow bonus, apply shock 2 times. Oh, I like both of these a lot. This one's rare, though. I do like the shock round. That's fun. But that kind of, like, takes the place of Fusion Strike and Lead Shot, too. You can't have too many things that have the matching flow bonus because they kind of cannibalize each other. I think I want to lean into the take aim because we have the fixation kind of build going on. Amorphous auras, draft a unit action or draft a lantern card. Let's go draft a unit action. I can spend a favor. We have 9. Let's go with the suit. He's only got 3 cards. Yeah, he's got 3 cards. Because once we use it, we always use dive in immediately. So then it's down to 2 fusion strikes and a lateral barrier. So what do we could get him a second lateral barrier. Impact drill. Oh, yes. The ability to break their armor sounds amazing. If you hit the weak point, it deals 2.5 times 2.5 damage, 250% more damage. So now you're doing 20 damage? Wow. I think I like the impact drill doing 9 damage, 9 stagger, and then applying armor break. I wanted to look at what the upgraded. 12, 12, 4. Holy cow. And then it does 10 times 3, so it would do 30. Both of these are really good. And then I do like the lateral barrier. I have enjoyed using that, but I think I gotta go for the stagger. I just love staggering enemies in this game. All right, so we got a boss coming up here at the end of this cycle. So everybody should get their fatigue back. We haven't really needed it. Full charge. Gain flow until it reaches max capacity. It costs 2 to flow to play. So that would get... You play it at 2, you get 5 back. If you spend a favor, you gain 2 and then add lockstep. And then if you spend a favor, you could apply 2 barrier and draw 2. I think full charge is the way to go. That just gives you 3 back, essentially. You just have to pay attention. And then do we have enough money for copper to work out for us for veterancy? Oh, it's just draft a perk. Okay. Scrounger is really good early on. You always draw a card for this unit each hand. Pocket dimension. I think Scrounger is the way to go. It just pays dividends in the long run because you get 2 more scavengers every time you send the rangers out. Okay. I would like to send you to the Market Plaza. Keep the scraps for making bandages. Yeah, we could do bandages. And we don't have a ton of money, so I'm just going to send you right back to the plaza. We've discovered the work pit. I think I would like to gain some allies. We can kind of use that to discover more locations next time. And then we shall prepare the defenses and take our chances. Gain command banner for the next battle. Or pay for favor and upgrade a card. I think I would like to upgrade a card. And I would like to... Ooh! Fusion Strike gives you another flow when it's upgraded. What does Provoke do? Enemies will prioritize attacking that unit. Okay. All right. I think it's got to be Fusion Strike. Gaining an extra flow back is really, really good. Boss time. I only got 2 barrier, though. That's rough. The Raging Thrasher. I don't think you really attack my lantern all that much. You're more of a melee guy, from what I remember. You're attacking the guard zone. Do I want to immediately dive in then? Let's wait and see. Let's start with a static beam. Let's draw 2 cards. Shock Blast I'm gonna hold on to. Impact Drill will break your armor, which is great. Yeah, dude, break his armor. Goodbye, armor. And then I don't want to dive in because you're just going to take damage really for no reason. Do I want to hold on to take aim? There's only one enemy. Although we would start applying fixation and then we can start our auto cycle. I think we will hold on to you. Nice try, nerd. Get shot. There we go. All right, 14 damage. Full charge is in our hand. Don't play it just yet. Move you to the front. Let's apply some barrier. Full charge. Shock blast. And then, instead of applying fixation, I'm going to flow barrier again. So he's going to take a little bit of damage. Hopefully, you will apply your barrier to this guy. But there's no guarantee. I'm going to hold on to that one again. With the least barrier. I understand. Took a little bit of damage, but you get auto attacked in return. Didn't get staggered though, which is kind of surprising. Burst lightning. We're not at flow maximum. Oh, how do we want to game this? I think we would like to take aim, and then which will drop us to 2. We're gonna fusion strike, which will give us 2 back. Then we're gonna lead shot, which will give us 1 back, and then flow barrier and burst lightning. So take aim first. Fusion strike. Lead shot. Get staggered. Burst lightning. Stun for an additional turn would be great. But we don't have a way to stun you for longer. You're probably gonna die fairly soon too. Especially if I get these attacks off. So static beam to stun you. Get stunned. Fusion strike plus, which gives us 3. The cleave doesn't really matter because our people, well, he's gonna die, really, but also we don't have multiple units in the guard zone anyway, so it didn't really, that wasn't a problem. Corrupted core, artifact fragment, fantastic news. The faction struggle. Let's get the brute this time. We always go with the investigator. We're gonna mix it up. Get a strong lady. She don't need no man. All right, what do we got? Shockwave is 6 shock to all enemies, is really, really strong. If it's the city gate, we get the city gate bonus, which is pretty sick. Short circuit, detonate shock on all enemies. Take stagger for each turn. Shock detonates at +10 stacks, dealing damage equal to stacks times 2. I think we would just go shockwave because it's more likely to actually just trigger the shock rather than have to detonate it preemptively. Yeah, I like shockwave. Look at all the cards we have. Ally, go work for copper. Yeah, gain 30 copper in some cycles. You try to discover a new place. You've discovered a thing. Get rid of a reposition card? That's like one of 2 ways I can move people. I'm sorry, guy. You could have asked for something else. I don't really think there's like any cards I would have wanted to get rid of. Maybe I would have gotten rid of one of my flow barriers. That's probably the only one I would have accepted, to be honest. Brute. Are you good? Are you good? I think I send the brute to the market plaza. The quartermaster, the sword in the stone. Oh, the sword in the stone mold demands a powerful wielder to pull it free. Pull it free, strength check 10. Yes! Upgrade a combat card. Again, Fusion Strike Plus. I really liked what we were able to do with the last Fusion Strike Plus. So 2 Fusion Strike Pluses. Sign me up. Artifact Fragment, give me a favor, please. Corrupted Core, new unit. Probably should have been the first thing I did. The Shock Trooper, I am tempted by. Technician is okay, but they kind of occupy the same role as this guy. What is the Docent? The Shimmering Docent. Whenever you reserve an affliction, banish it and gain 1 flow. That's fun. Apply barrier, penitence, deal 10 damage and apply fixation. Add erosion to your draw pile and then draw 2. Can be reserved, so they kind of like force the... They kind of force this to happen. Because they give you an affliction. And then Shimmer applies to barrier. Tithe bonus, if you've spent flow or rune this turn, it draws 1. The Docent is kind of an interesting character. He's like a pure support. I don't know if you should be specking into having a pure support guy on your squad this early, or if you should be getting him later, but that's really interesting. Do I want you to go get me some favor? Yeah, try getting me some favor, please. Thank you. And then we're going to hold on to you for a second, and we're going to go expeditioning here. I'm going to get the amplifier module. I don't really need more cards here. I think so guard break and lob will hit a unit in the support zone. I think you can probably take these guys on your own. The dive suit is really strong. I need to get him a partner. he's a dive suit on his own. So dive in. Static beam. Let's do it on the guy who has no armor here. Or you know what? We should hit the guy who's moving forward, because we're going to have to attack you next turn anyway. Give me flow back, and then we apply barrier, and then end turn, and we get the flow back. Advance. All right, he gets recoilless. Do I want to static shock you? You're doing 12 damage to me, and then you're doing 9. I think that's a lot. Oh, I think there's better uses of Shock Blast here than just yeeting 15 damage at this guy. So I think I want to go lateral barrier, fusion strike, get staggered nerd, save you, static beam, flow barrier, and he's up to 25 barrier. Auto shielded. Oh, that's also really nice because he auto shields him because there's nobody else to auto shield. Amazing. Let's save Shockwave. I'd like to not have to spend my favor if I don't have to. So you got 16. You're already blocking that guy's damage. I think we want to just hit you and get armor broken. Full charge. Shock blast. You're done. Dude, this guy's a solo beast. Holy cow. The dive suit's amazing. Give me the lantern card. Thank you. Ooh, I do like quick boost. Gain rune and flow for free. Catalyze. Gain flow equal to friendly units in battle. So if it's a solo battle, it doesn't really help. Sorry, I had to mute my microphone. I sneezed really hard. I think I kind of like Catalyze. Although I mean, we've been doing a good job of being able to cycle our whole hand if need be, with the dive suits cards. I don't like shorts. I like building up the shock. I'd rather not detonate the shock early. Let's go quick boost. I'm kind of into that. How many scavengers we got? 6? I think rather than getting a basic item and then another basic item, I think we just want the guaranteed Mythion and then just call it a day. Steel Bone, draft a perk. What we got? 2 times auto attack damage against weak points. That's kind of fun. Whenever this switches zones, gain fading armor. It's a ranger. They don't move much. Increase the max health of this unit by 10. Do you do a lot of auto attack damage? You don't auto attack. I'm glad I looked, because it's the combat action is redraw, so that you gain runes each turn. So he doesn't actually attack. I'm glad I looked. That's actually quite funny. Okay, well, let's make him chunkier, so he's a bit more likely to withstand a fight. Okay, yeah, let's finish this cycle out, and then we will come back next time, battling the plague soldier and going down a level. So you honestly just get sent to the chance encounter here. Gain a favor or gain 25. You're not very strong. Honestly, let's get money. I don't really need the favor, but I could use 25 copper. And then one more expedition here. Let's get the reactor rod. We're being on one shield going into a boss battle, or one level of shield, makes me very nervous. Engorged. Okay, we don't want to let that happen. But dive suit, ranger, and then have at it. Going out. We go dive in, because you have to withstand 18 attack here. So let's flow barrier you. Lead shot. I probably... Well, let's back it up, actually. I just realized... we don't need to say bandages. I don't need to leave him out there. These guys aren't going to hit anybody. Nerd. And you auto-attack the correct guy. Fantastic news. 12 damage is a lot, though. And we got lucky and got another reposition, so that's very lucky. Yes, so I think we're going to do static beam, lateral barrier, flow barrier, and he is not going to take any damage because he's got so much barrier and armor. Okay, you've engorged yourself, I see, because every time you hit a unit, get staggered, nerd. Every time you hit a unit, you gain engorged, I understand. I would love to kill you, and we will do that. How will we do that? I think we will fusion strike you to death. So let's static beam your friend. Fusion strike, which should kill you. Goodbye. You've gained exerted. That's okay. You're doing 10 damage. Which is really 6 damage to me. We could block some more of it, but you'd still do some damage. I think I'd rather just hit you, and there's like a 50-50 chance you get staggered. It worked. Your day has been ruined. You are now recoilless. We would like to take aim. We would like to... full charge. We would like to shock blast. Goodbye. Dun 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 dun. All right, give me that reactor rod, and then treasure anomaly, favor, likely to contain a rare item. Well, I think we get this, and then, you know, cross your fingers. Yeah. Leave. What? You're busy? Let's hold on to the super grub. Although it is very tempting to upgrade a unit action. I'm gonna do it. Because this guy being upgraded is so strong. Like, Impact Drill Plus? His abilities are so good. I think we gotta go Impact Drill Plus. Thank you. Reactor Rod 2. Thank you. And I can't turn you in. Okay. End the cycle. And next, we will pick up next time tackling the Plague Soldier here. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of As We Descend, Descension 2, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!